Is it a good time to be a Transformers fan?
Depends.
On?
Depends on what type of collector you are.
I think it's a really good time to be a Transformers fan. We've never had the kind of choice that we have at the moment. You've got Titan's Return, which is just finished. You've got Power of the Poops, which is just here now, with its crappy quality plastic, and I don't think I'm going to buy any of them. And then you've got 3P coming out your ears. You've got everything you could possibly want. But you don't agree, do you?
No. I don't think it is a good time. For me personally, it's a terrible time. Because there's nothing 3P that I want, because it's all like, oh, I'm just gonna bombard you with masterpieces, masterpieces, masterpieces from the G1 movie and series, and I'm like, oh, I don't really want that.
That is boring now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is boring.
Because it's 2 years of the same thing over
It's just
and
everyone
over and over
going,
again.
I'm doing this, and then someone else going, I'm doing this also, and then someone's like, I'm going to do it as well. Let's do all the same thing. But then there are a few people that is like, no, I'm going to do a Stealth Megatron, or I'm going to do a comic book War Within Optimus Prime, and I'm like, oh, thank fuck. Someone who's doing something different. Or MMC with their reformatted line, and I'm like, oh, something that isn't all the same shit all the same time. But I have no Power of the Primes.
Would you agree that you are a bit of an elitist pig when it comes to robots?
No.
You are! You're such an elitist bastard.
In what way am I elitist bastard?
Because you look at the normal stuff, the stuff that most people like. You go, that shit, you don't want that rubbish. Yeah, let me go and instead of your $18.99 or £22 version of the toy that I like, let me go and spend £80 or £90 on a very expensive one.
That's more adult.
That's more adult.
That isn't, you know, like, some of the stuff now, you couldn't throw it at the wall and it would still be good. Like, I love Armada, I love Cybertron, I could throw it, you know, across the room and it won't break. Power of the Poops, you're going to lob it and it's going to shatter.
We're not going to get away from that, are we?
No.
In a nutshell, is it a good time to be a Transformers fan?
I would say, if you're a new person coming into it, oh my god, it's going to be like a flurry of too much stuff going in your face, because you've most probably got into it because you've seen Power of the Primes Optimus, or that Power Master Optimus, and you're like, oh my god, that was like what it was when I was a kid. And you'll be like, oh, it's a perfect excuse to buy it for my 3-year-old. But then you end up playing with it anyway. That is like, it's a great starting point for new people. But for people that have kind of been in it for quite a while, why would you want to go through that again? Why would you want to go through G1 again?
People do, everybody does. Bloody G1ers.
But it's like you
They
in the
don't
90s.
want to leave 1984.
It's like you in the 90s. It's like, you're all like, oh, the 90s, it was amazing, the 90s. And now the 90s are back again. And there's these like 16-year-olds running around as if they're Clarissa Explains It All. And you're like, this is the best time ever! Reliving the 90s! I can't be dealing with it.
I think if you're a friggin' G1er, like that dickhead that was on the page the other day that was going on about a G1 forever, if you're stuck in 1984, it's beautiful. If you just like toys, it's beautiful. And to be honest with you, if you're between 12 and 14, it's a majestic time.
I would admit 14-year-olds are playing with Transformers.
Well, I think the 12-year-olds might be. I just don't...
Your hockey kids, what do your hockey kids range from?
My hockey kids range from 8 to 15, and none of them play with toys.
Well, there you go.
Not a single one of them plays. One of the youngest, a younger brother of one of the younger ones, who's 7, loves WWF, WWE, loves wrestling figures. He's got absolutely squillions of wrestling figures and a cool ring that they go in. And if you press buttons in the corner, they go... He's the only one out of a team of 15 kids. None of them play with action figures anymore. None of them. It's us. It's the old ones. I don't know where Hasbro are marketing this stuff at, because in my opinion, of all the children that I know, none of the children want to play with toys anymore. They all want iPads and computers and PlayStations. They all want to shoot people online. They don't want to see each other. They don't want to leave the house. They don't want to use their imaginations. They want their imaginations worked for them via the medium of media, which is sad.
Yeah, but some people might say, oh, but the app game is really good and kids will be playing the app games. I'm like,
They're not. Big kids are playing the app games. The only people that I've seen that played that useless Transformers game are grown-ups. Kids don't want it. Because the kids want the kids' versions, which is Farmville. If they did that computer game, but did really childish versions like the RID characters, I think it'd be really popular.
I don't think it will be.
No.
I think it's just adults buying it. It's all adults.
We think it's adults buying it.
Yeah.
Actually, I do. You are right. I think it's adults.
If it was Star Wars or anything else, yeah, kids are buying it because kids want to be Star Wars. Kids don't want to be Transformers.
I think it is. She doesn't.
I don't think it is.
I can't really say any more than that. And even then, I don't think it's. I think 6 months ago was an amazing time to be a Transformers fan. I think right now we've hit the pinnacle and now we're sliding down the other side. I think that's just something to be careful of in the future, that we don't end up buying shit. Because if you buy shit, then Hasbro will go, oh look, they buy shit, let's make some more shit for them and put the price up a little bit. Because we're thirsty, hungry idiots that just buy whatever's put in front of us because we spoon feed it.
But the movie stuff, like movie.
Yes.
The paint apps on that are pretty good. Like I saw that
Skullotron today, yeah.
I looked at it, I was like, there's some good fucking paint apps.
But that's the exception rather than the rule, isn't it?
But then you get your Scullytron and you put it next to your Grimlock and you're like, oh, flat as fuck.
Yeah.
Painty apps.
Yeah.
And it's like, is the Titans Return more? And it's just like, why are they making their money? They're just going, oh, let's just put some flat as fuck shit out and people will buy it. Let's put some shit paint apps on Black Series and people will buy it. Doesn't matter.
I think it's a reaction to third party. I think they've gone, well, you sheep are going to buy our shit. We're going to put the price up and you're going to buy it anyway. And we all, one at a time, got herded into the pen and went, nah, give me the toys.
You did, I didn't.
Well, I haven't, to be honest with you, because I didn't buy all of the Titans Return line because, to be honest with you, I just couldn't afford to because there was so much of it. And I can't really see me buying any of the Power of the Prime stuff except for the Optimus Prime because it doesn't look very good. And when Bisto, long live Bisto, gets a bunch and sells them straight away, I'm not going to go and waste my money on them.
No, I've just bought Slash, that's it. They're the only ones that I'm like, oh yeah.
Might get the Dinobots.
Why? Just why? You could go and buy a original G1 for the same price, like a loose G1.
But G1's shit!
You don't need to, because you already got some. Just buy some weapons for it and it'll be fine. Do you know what? I would rather have G1 than the Power of the Primes.
I don't want to combine them though, it looks ridiculous. Should never have been combiners.
The combiners are cool, evidently. Hasbro have done their research.
Maybe. My name has been SMS number 1. Your name is...
Emily.
And we've been talking about whether it's a good time to be a Transformers
fan. It's not.
Fan.
It's shit.
It's good.
It's shit. It's shit.
You elitist pig.
You Hasbro blowjobber, you.
Where's my dinner?
Where's my dinner, bitch?
Bye.